decided I want to finally address this issue. I know so many people will tell me, oh, you don't need to be understood, you don't need to explain yourself, you don't need to give your side of the story, blah 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 blah, because so many people know how to advise when they're not in that situation, they're not in that shoe, they don't know how it feels. But we forget that all of us, we're gonna always deal with different issues differently. Hata mtu akikufiwa, we always don't mourn the same way. So if me talking about this and addressing this is gonna make me feel better, then just let me be. As in, I do not understand how I'm being called a homewrecker. How can I be a homewrecker to a home that was already broken? How did I break a home that was already broken? Yami Mami Joanne Morugi was already gallivanting her vagina right, left, and center with different men. He was cheating on Zack with Kevin Twisa. Her former boss was Port Pesa. Before even Zack cheated on her with me, she was already doing it. She was already cheating. It does not justify that I cheated. It was wrong. What I did was totally wrong. It was disrespectful. Regardless that, like, my husband was also already cheating on me, it does not justify all that. It does not make me a better person. If you have been a follower for a long time, you all know me, how honest I like to be. I will always be honest, no matter how painful, no matter how hard, no matter how embarrassing. And this year I have been subjected to so many things, to so many dramas, to so many, that left me looking bad. On top of that, I have let so much anger, so much bitterness consume me. It has consumed me emotionally, physically, mentally. That is so draining. Kila kitu ilianzia last year January. By the way, it did not start this year. It only came to the limelight this year January, but I have been battling with this from last year January, after my friend took screenshots and akatumia Morugi, akatumia Edgar Obare. She was also sending to her friends. The friends were creating pseudo accounts. They were sending me those screenshots and they were threatening. Wakiniambia they're going to be sending to bloggers. Waniambia nitume pesa, but I told them to go ahead and send the screenshots, because I wasn't going to send any money to anyone, because utashinanga ukituma pesa hivyo it's never going to be enough. Every time wanakuthreaten unatuma hivyo. So do I have the money to keep bribing so that story is not out there? Anyway, so come January, nakumbuka nilikuanga niko salon. So nikiwa kwa salon, my husband sent me a screenshot and a message akiniambia, hey, how come Yami Mami is requesting to follow me? So niko kwa salon, nikaonanga hiyo screenshot amenitumia, and then the text was like, hey, how come Yami Mami ananitumia friend request on Instagram? So alikuwa ananiuliza hivyo because alikuwa anajua. Let me be honest with you, I used to be a follower of Morugi. When there's a time I tagged Morugi, Terence na Natalie, because there's a time I used to follow them religiously. So there's a time I made a post nikasema my favorite people yeah, I said my favorite people on Instagram is Terence, Morugi, Natalie Tewa. Ile time alikuwa na date that tall guy, I can't remember, the tall handsome guy. So yeah, I was a follower of Nanina. My husband used to know that, so kashanga. So he was wondering how come Yami Mami anamtumia friend request. It was strange, it was weird. So when I saw the screenshot, and me already nilikuwa ninajua, so nikajua tu like anamtumia your friend request kwa sababu ashafikiwa na hizi screenshots, na obviously sasa ameenda akanitafuta, akanipata na akapata handle ya bwana yangu, and now he wants to. Nilikuwa nishajua, so I started panicking. Nikapatwa na instant diarrhea. I remember going to a public toilet in town, CBD, na kwanza ni ya kusquat. Guy, sinilihara. Guy, sijai hara. Mpaka nikisimama nilikuwa nasikia tule tushilingi mtu usikie hivi. I knew what's about to go down. So any minute I was just expecting tena na tuma screenshots zingine. So this year has been hard. It has been painful. As much as sometimes that like I look like I'm doing just okay, but the number of times I have cried myself to bed, I cannot even count. But I know one day it's gonna be fine. So that trust take that and I'm believing that it's gonna be fine. Going through separation with someone I have been married to for 10 years has not been easy. On top of that, the bitterness and the anger that I let it consume me, drained me emotionally, mentally, almost physically, has been killing me. And on top of that, having to go through all the trolls, all the insults online by people who understand nothing about this whole story. Because you know what happened? YouTubers and bloggers, when they did this cheating story, you know, like when Edgar Obare did the story and he reached out and asked for my side of the story, he posted it on a channel that is paid for. So if you have not paid for that, most people are not able to access the story. And people who now, like from the other bloggers and YouTuber, were stealing the story from Edgar, and then wakienda kuipost wanaiweka na headlines kama like Yummy Mami's husband cheats on her with Nurse Judy, ingine msiju napata wameka Nurse Judy assaulted over cheating with Yummy Mami. You know, like headlines ilikuwa zina cover in a way that Mimi na Zack tu tulicheat. It wasn't, there's nowhere that covered how Yummy Mami cheated and how my husband cheated. So every time someone comes to do my DM is just insulting me like, oh, unajifanyanga tu hapo a good nurse and you're just a home wrecker. Like juzi I was just doing a story on relationships and unajua tulikuwa tuna joke, not even kujoke, we were just having like actually a serious conversation, but sometimes I like to make it fun. So I was just doing stories on relationship na vile soko imeoza huku nje and saying how it's not easy after I was married for 10 years and now having to go back on the dating pool and how it's tough to get someone who is real, genuine, you know. And then someone wrote to me like, ati you deserve that because you went breaking Morugi's home, now see how you're suffering, wewe uliachwa, bado wako pamoja. And I'm like, wait a minute, how did I break Morugi's home while already Morugi was gallivanting her vagina right, left and center, from cheating on Zack with her former boss, Kevin Twisa, mara ni baby daddy, and different other men? How did I break her home when she was already cheating everywhere in Nairobi, trying to sleep? Actually, I'll attach a screenshot. You can see the husband threatening to expose her for all the cheatings. If anything, mimi ndio nilikuwa nabembelezana na Zack na mwambia no, there is no need. So how did I break their home when Murugi was already cheating on her husband? I know the size, the color, the position, the location of her vagina from all the videos, the nudes that she was sending to Kevin Twisa. Yummy Mami, when she was breastfeeding the small baby, Kaitango Tanu, I don't know the name, she was sending lactation videos. I will never forget the side of that video where Yummy Mami was pressing her breast milk in a sprinkle hivi, just because her lover Kevin Twisa amemwambia kuna lactation fantasy, so anataka nudes za lactation fantasy. So alikuwa na press maziwa hivi, ana press breast hivi, maziwa zina sprinkle shwee, and she sends. And then there's someone that you guys are claiming I broke their home. Are you even guys serious? I'm not in any manner justifying my actions. Despite my husband cheating on me, I was wrong on stepping out of our marriage. It was disrespectful, it was ugly. The whole situation of the cheating, this is cheating, right? You know, he was cheating, I was cheating, Zack was cheating, the woman was cheating. I don't know, like, you know, it was like a chain of just people who are cheating, who are married and they're cheating. It was something that was very ugly, and looking back at it, I kind of sometimes punish myself so much about it. I hate myself so much about it. I sometimes I'm so hard on myself to have been involved in such a thing, and these online things does not even make it even any better. Even all you guys who come typing long DMs insulting me and saying stuff, you're all going through that. It's only that we were going through ours in public. Nyinyi mna go through huko chini ya maji, hakuna mtu anaelewa, but a good percentage is going through this. Infidelity is happening, cheating zina happen, si ndio wa kwanza ama ndio wa mwisho, it's happening. And yeah, we have a few percentage of people who are loyal. I don't really need to make anybody understand why I was so angry and bitter with Yummy Mami, but this woman, ushiona mtu roho chafu, ushiona mtu anajua ku incite. Yani this woman was constantly texting my husband, inciting him, akiongeza uongo on top of zile screenshots ametuma, anaongeza uongo. Like, she's texting on a daily akimwambia, I hope you're not going to take that level of disrespect. Yani, can you imagine someone who is talking about level of disrespect? Na huyu ni mtu mwenye mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa namtetea kwa bwana yake asiachwe after like Zack found out she was cheating, cause Yummy Mami started cheating on her even before me and Zack were meet. And then sasa ile time tulikuwa tusha-meet na tukaanza kuwa friends and whatever, hiyo time tena tukiwa pamoja na Zack akacheat tena mara ya sasa ni ya tatu, na time ndio alimpata na Kevin Twisa. Isa ndio hiyo time alikuwa anatuma nudes, the nudes mimi mpaka nimeona the shape, the size, the color of her vagina. I've seen how her boobs look like, because she was sending sprinkling milk juu Kevin Twisa alimwambia kuna lactation fantasy. Wow, that's a very weird fantasy. But yeah, that's the time she was breastfeeding Mutanu ama aka katoto kadogo kao. She was sending breastfeeding. So huyu ndio mtu mwenye anaenda kuambia bwana yangu aniache kwa sababu he shouldn't take that kind of disrespect. Now from the screenshots zenye walikuwa na share, and then now she goes ahead to tell my husband afai kuchukua hiyo level of disrespect. Yani nikakaa hivi nikasema, how dare she? Yani hiyo time ndio nikakaa hivi nikaelewa, because when the husband used to tell me venye she's a fake woman, controversial, and that's the thing that actually helped her to thrive in content creation. Because you know, when you're controversial and you're fake, you tend to thrive more often. Actually, it's a good thing for her. You know, if anything is making you money, go. But yeah, the husband, I remember akiniambia hiyo kukua fake, controversial, pretender, hypocrite, you know, she really is. Cause can you imagine online, even those two segments alikuwa nafanya za relationship, unapata mtu amekuja amemwambia oh, my husband is cheating on me, my husband is a narcissist, and then she goes like, girl, you should know your worth, you should know your value, you know what to do, throw the man in the bin. Na saa hizo is the period yenye mwenyewe ako busy ana cheat, ako busy anachitiwa on, ako busy anapigwa na amekaa, anashinda every day. This woman was slapped on 2 occasions and she stayed. But akienda online, there is a segment mtu amesema alifanywa like some sort of assault by the husband, anawaambia toka, leave, you should know your worth, no one should lay a hand on you. But she's still in her marriage till now. This woman atashinda akiambia watu, oh, you shouldn't stay with a narcissist every day. Anatuma long text TV, because I used to have an access to both phones za Zack, and I used to peep their messages. Tabia mbaya, I know. And then she is just texting how narcissist Zack is. Sijui anamuita mpaka majina zingine zinakaa ni kama mental disorders za narcissist. Mpaka mimi mwenyewe nasa hata mpaka sikuwa ninazijua hiyo time nilizionea kwa hiyo text. Akikuja online, oh, I love my husband so much, anaandika kama paragraphs za venye the same day. Mpaka remember there is a time tulikuwa tumekaa na Zack, we were viewing her Insta story And then tukaanza kuona paragraph alikuwa ameandika akisifu Zack, akisema venye anapenda Zack. And that morning alikuwa amemwandikia whole paragraph ya kumtukana, akimuita narcissist nini nini, ndio mpaka akasema unaona venye anakuanga fake, unaona venye anakuanga psycho, sijui nini nini, now between me and her is a narcissist, sijui nini, who is toxic. You know, so anyway, this woman continues to give lies on top of lies and lies and inciting my husband, saying you shouldn't take that level of disrespect. Akaanza kumwambia, you know me, I've made the decision to separate from my husband, I can't take the disrespect. Imagine, mtu ametuma nudes, he's telling my husband he can't take the disrespect.